Peace. Good day, good people. My name is Akil Taff, and I build culturally grounded wellness programs, right? Yoga, breath work, calisthenics, meditation for kids, communities, athletes, professionals, corporations, and the whole nine. I'm also a former record label executive. And welcome to the third edition of Behind the Beat. Now, in this segment, I want to speak about why did I get let go? Well, shit, AI. They eliminated the position, right? I mean, because, I was absolutely effective at what I was doing. I could secure and maintain some airplay. You know, it's one thing I know how to do is, bring an artist to market, for real, for real. But yeah, man, they eliminated the position, right? Times are changing, man. The industry is going through a metamorphosis and it's continuing to change. So if anybody's telling you they got all the answers, they lying. Because shit is changing every day, B. It is. But make no mistake, there will be no Radio Marauders slander because it's Radio Marauders folk light. Radio Marauders gang gang. But yeah, if you're going to get let go, of course, no company pays you what they worth, We're going to always say that. They can always pay you more. But honestly, the people that I work with, especially in the radio promo department, I mean, I couldn't have asked for better colleagues. And this is for the last several years. And we continue to get smaller and smaller, but, we developed a nice nucleus, man. And I knew that years ago. I realized it was unique because I want to say maybe 7, 8 years ago, Urban One was having one of their events at the Gaylord, Urban One Honors, and one of my colleagues, right, from another record label, she was like, man, Nikhil, y'all seem like y'all really fuck with each other, huh? And I was like, damn, like, we do. And the way she said that so shockingly, and how I was like, come to think of it, yeah, like my colleagues, like I actually give a fuck about them. Like we give a fuck about each other, I mean, it is a work environment, and the stressors and stress that come along with having to perform at a high level, it is that when it's all said and done. We treated each other with, with respect and decency and like humans, and shit, we're still great friends to this day. Like my colleagues, a lot of them are personal friends. So, but yeah, the reason why I lost my job, it was absolutely due to, they eliminated the position and they've continued to decrease because everything is streamlined. A lot of the decision making is streamlined. I mean, in technology, you can reach your artists in different ways. So they're searching for new ways to promote. Nowadays when an artist goes into a market, they may do radio in addition to sitting down with podcasts, in addition to getting in front of creators. So, but make no mistake though, do not get it tangled or twisted. Radio is still the loudest broadcast. Right? Radio is still the loudest broadcast. What radio lacks in discovery, they make up for in broadcast. Streaming is discovery, but the loudest microphone for a record is radio. Make no mistake. That's what happened. They eliminated the position. And if you look around, those who are familiar with the music industry and record labels, we don't have the large staffs that we once had. And truth be told, for the last decade, you've always been wondering when it was coming. You live contract to contract. A lot of them are no more than 2 years. Yeah. It's contract to contract, and it's been like that for the last at least a decade and a half. So, and what's crazy is I'm one of the few people like this is the first time this happened to me. I'm like, whoa, you know? Well, not whoa, like, shocked because again, you just never know, honestly. But in a sense, like, I've never been fired, so it's like, oh shit, what? Like, okay. But fortunately, this is my 11th year teaching, right? And what I guess is on paper, what Conscious Crusade been active since 2019. So we've been building that out. So fortunately, I had at least something to land on. But the rumor has always been abound. Yeah, that axe is coming. None of the labels have the head count that they had previously. I've always ducked that axe. In this day and time, fortunately but unfortunately, like AI has helped me to establish a lot. And I say unfortunately because AI is gonna kill us, y'all. It is. Flat out, AI is gonna kill us. I mean, we are ruining the planet. It just siphons all the energy from everybody. That's one of the reasons why your utility bills are going up because AI sucks up all the energy. Any place where they building those data centers, but it's one of those things we can't get around, man, because it will help you to structure and manage a lot of things, man. Since I lost my job, I've been able to create my website. I got the Creator Hub with the Comey site. Got products. I got my Mastering Me yoga coloring book available on Amazon through their KDP program. I got my first digital product, the Crusader Cues box, right? It's a step-by-step pose breakdown system because a lot of people, they don't feel confident that they know what to do in yoga. So it breaks down each pose, right? Step by step, I offer modifications. And again, you check those out. It's a directory, so you can check them out whenever. If you want to go to a yoga class or if you want to watch a YouTube page. So I was able to create that, and that's on the market. I've been doing my wellness tonic. So I have been effectively making use of my time, and also, again, I'm still locked in. I'm still plugged in with my peoples. But yeah, the reason why I lost my job is it absolutely wasn't due to performance. Because if it's one thing I can do, God damn it, I can get the record played on the radio, you know. And I make no promises. What I do promise though is the person that makes the decision, he will give it his undivided. That's where my value is. The person making the decision at a radio station across the country, your project will get its undivided attention. Can't promise they'll play it, but I can promise they'll consider it. So, yeah. And since then, I mean, that's, building the back office. But yeah, the Conscious Crusade, that's what it's about, my wellness platform. Because truth be told, man, we lived a hard life at those labels, man. Coming up, 90s and early 2000s. I mean, the lifestyle of the label. Yeah, just in that era, where, you partied 8 nights a week. You know what I'm saying? Where you were supposed to drink all the liquor, smoke all the weed. For those who did it, snort all the cocaine, and be up. If you an executive, and be up the next morning, no later than 10 o'clock. Yeah, on some executive shit. Faxing, calling people. Yeah, closing deals, getting shit done. Getting records played, you know what I'm saying? Creating campaigns. So, and because of that hard lifestyle, sex, drugs, rock and roll, sex, drugs, hip hop. I mean, because of that lifestyle, that lifestyle takes its toll, right? And me personally, I mean, I've always managed my intake on any and everything. I've always, like I used to tell them, I ain't new to this, so I grew to this and remain true to this. So, but yeah, man, our lifestyle reflects it, and some of us aren't here, unfortunately. And those of us who are, we may be dealing with certain ailments from that hardcore lifestyle. So that is yet another reason where, my community and my social ecology, this can benefit them, you know. Me being, and notice I say wellness and not fitness because it's the overall aspect of it. It's diet, it's exercise, it's rest, it's what you're consuming, internally and externally, auditorially, visually, the whole nine. So it's all of that, your thoughts, the whole nine. And I'm really, as my journey is journeying, focusing more on things that foster longevity. But yeah, man, the reason why is I got let go. Technology. They eliminated my position. And truth be told, it was a forced but welcome pivot. And when I say pivot, it's not like I'm not, like I mean, it's my entire life. Like I say, it is my social ecology. My friends, people who I know are, yeah, somehow related. You know what I'm saying? Whether directly, indirectly, tangentially. So my whole social ecology is pretty much based on entertainment. That's the crossroads of culture. Sports, music, entertainment. Yeah. So, being that it's like that, I mean, yeah, you can never leave. It's a part of me. So, that wraps up another edition of Behind the Beat. My name is Akil. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and click the link in the bio to Creator Hub, right? The Comey link, so you can support, man. And let's grow this Conscious Crusade community. Peace.